Hi guys, and happy Thanksgiving. I am filming this ahead of time. It is Tuesday, and I've already got a video planned for tomorrow, Wednesday. So I don't want to do anything on Thursday. Thursday is holiday, so I'm filming this ahead of time. And I thought I would do a fun Q&A. I know you guys are probably going to get sick of these, but I'm going to come up with different answers for anything. And this is a holiday Thanksgiving Q&A, I think, for the most part. Now, I glanced through some of the questions, and I'm going to have to skip some of them because some of them are like crazy and irrelevant. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into them and see if we can get as many as we can knocked out. What's my favorite dish to make? My favorite dish to make is my broccoli salad. I love doing that. It comes out perfect every time. My mom, when you try to make it, she goes, I just can't make it like you. And that was a huge compliment because I'm not an excellent cook. She cooked for most of her life. My favorite meal to eat, oh God, green bean casserole. I have to have green bean casserole or it is not Thanksgiving to me. And it's not been Thanksgiving for many years because I've not gotten to eat green bean casserole for I don't know how long. It's sad. These are asking if I've read good books. What's my worst bad habit? Probably talking with my mouth open during the meals, but I'm a slow eater, so I'm either going to cover my mouth and talk, which is typically what I do. I don't just wide mouth open it, but that's probably the worst thing. If I could travel for the holidays, where would I want to go? Where would I want to have my Thanksgiving if I could ideally have Thanksgiving? I think for Thanksgiving, just for nostalgia reasons, somewhere where it's cooler, quite a bit cooler, so that, on the actual Thanksgiving day, it is not 80, 90 degrees like it is here in Florida. Something cooler to kind of get you in the mood, the spirit. If I could time travel, what era or time would you want to visit? I would love to go back to the 80s. I know that sounds crazy, but the 80s was great. There wasn't all these cell phones, there wasn't all these computers and all this. We were outside all the time. We drank from the garden hose. We played on equipment at the playground that would literally boil your skin. I would love it. The style was fun. It was just a much better time. Today, everybody's against everybody, and it's a cancel culture today, and back then there wasn't. I mean, I'm not saying that there wasn't people, that acted like asses, because I'm sure there was. But on general, everybody minded their own for the most part. Do I have a talent that no one knows about? A talent. I don't have a talent. I'm talentless. We're not going to the other side of talent because I'm loaded with talent there. What do you watch on television on Thanksgiving Day? A lot of people watch the sports and stuff like that, and I guess I'll glance at it here and there, but I like to watch the parade. Always got to watch the parade. And I start Christmas movies. I've been watching Christmas movies for months now. I mean, who are we kidding? But I will watch Christmas movies and the parade. I don't know what this has to do with Thanksgiving, but what country would you like to visit? Where would you like to go outside of this country is what it says. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Italy really bad. The Amalfi Coast in specific. It's gorgeous there. It's gorgeous, but I heard that it's horribly expensive. What's the best gift I ever received from someone? well, I mean, you don't give gifts on Thanksgiving, so that's kind of odd that maybe it's just a holiday in general question. The best gift I've ever received from someone. The biggest gift that I could think of, the most memorable gift, would have been my Barbie camper. That sucker was like 4 or 5 feet long and was the only thing I wanted. It was the very last gift that we didn't think was ours. We were just helping open a toolbox for my stepdad. And when I opened that box, it was my big ass Barbie camper, and that's probably the most memorable. Gosh. I would say this egg is a decorative egg that I got the year my grandpa passed away. What was your funniest or most embarrassing moments on Thanksgiving? Funniest? How about not funniest? How about the best moments? Because I don't really have a lot of funny moments that took place. But my best Thanksgiving was after we had our dinner and everything. We would all, the entire extended family and everything, we went up to the local golf course and went sleigh riding because it already had snow. We went sleigh riding down the golf course. That was so much fun. What is the next trip you're going to be taking? A couple of them. They're all here in Florida, minus one. One is up near Savannah, and then the other two, one is Fort Myers area coming up, and then St. Augustine. My guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is my Xbox. Food guilty pleasure, anything with caramel. Anything salted caramel based or chocolate and peanut butter. Guilty pleasures. What has been your most bizarre holiday purchase? Oh. My most bizarre holiday purchase. I'm sure, wouldn't say for me and my lifestyle that I'm in that it would be bizarre, but everybody else, the normal vanilla people, would think that the gift that my mom and I got for our maintenance guy when we worked at a timeshare company, maintenance guy was so super shy, but once, like on Sundays, it was just me and my mom that worked, and then that maintenance guy. His name was Don, and he was like the best person in the entire world once you got him talking, and he was funny as hell. And we always liked to harass each other. So my mom and I went to an adult bookstore, and we got him a pocket pussy. And during our gift exchange at work, that's what he got. We got him other stuff too, but that was his gag gift. So, and he's like, I'm going to use this. We know you probably will. What phrase would you like to never hear again? The kids' thing that they're into now is 6'7". That can fucking go out the window. That's so dumb. This is, I guess, more partner related. What did you think of your partner on your first date? There was nothing I wouldn't have done for that man. I was just like in awe of him. His personality, his smile, his eyes, his physique, the way he handled me, the way he talks to me, the way he lifts me up. You couldn't ask for a better person. And that was all on day one. Day one. Let's find a couple more. What was the weirdest thing you used to eat as a kid? The weirdest thing. My stepdad got us, maybe not my brother, but got me eating a slice of cheese wrapped around a banana. I don't know why that was a thing, but he did it, and that's probably one. And then jelly on your bologna sandwiches. That was two big things that he did that I wouldn't say I ate them a lot, but I have eaten them. What about my mom and dad drove me bonkers when I was a kid? My mom, there's so many. That list is endless. I'm gonna pick just one. She would be sitting beside at the end of the couch, and at the end of the couch we have a side table which has lamps on it and remotes, whatever you want to keep on it. And she would holler at me and tell me to come in, and I'd come in to her. She just turn the light on, which was right here beside her, like just like this right here is all she had to do, but she made me do it. So why are you that lazy you can't extend your pathetic little arm? I hated her for that. And my dad, I'm gonna give both my dad and my stepdad. My stepdad was his dad jokes. I didn't understand them back then. Probably now as an adult, I would think that they were funny, and I'd kind of giggle at them. But back then, I'm just like, as a teenager, I'm like, you're dumb. But and then his laugh was amazing. My real dad, just never being around, not ever once choosing his children, not ever once. He wanted to go paintballing, or he had to go and do this kind of whatever, or he always had excuses of things he had to do, or excuses for why he couldn't come. Our entire life, from children on up into adulthood, he never came. So yeah. How did you celebrate Thanksgiving when you were a kid? We would go to, most of the time it was at my grandma's, or then later became my aunt's house later. We would go to their house, all of us, and we would all sit in the living room. All the kids would play, or we would watch TV, and then we would eat. We would do little games and things like that. We would also, on Thanksgiving, we'd all have our names put into a hat, and we would, like, the kids would draw for kids and the adults would draw for adults for who we were choosing for the Christmas gift. So I would choose another kid besides me or my brother. It couldn't be like my actual house. It would have to be someone else outside of our family, but we would do that. So that's probably, and then we would have seconds. We watched the parade. We would sometimes go sleigh riding. We would play outside. We did all kinds of stuff. It was a very rural town. And when we were finally at my aunt's, which was the majority of the time, I believe, they were on like a big 40-acre field, farm house. And so we were always outside messing around. Let's find one more that we can ask, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. What was the favorite thing about where you grew up? At that time, not now, but at that time, it was a small town where everybody knew everybody and everybody watched out for everybody. We as kids, took off early in the morning. Sun comes up, we're out riding bikes in town and, going to the little 5 and dime store, getting little candies, or riding past the train station, and we did everything. We were gone. And, friends of my parents and stuff kept an eye on us. But everybody knew everybody, and everybody was really kind. It was a small town. And there's a lot of really unique history in my hometown, and beautiful buildings. And no, they had to have a pumpkin festival. and they would have all kinds of fun little activities. They have a wood carver show where they come in and someone would do wood carvings, and it make like a block bash out of it, and just a lot of unique fun things that they did. That was interesting. Then there's parts of it that I would like to see again. Not necessarily any specific person. I don't have a desire to go up there. I would like to go and see my brother and nephews. I know seeing any other family is out of the question. That on their end, not mine. But I would love to go up and surprise my brother and nephews at some point. But the one person that has invited me up, it's not happening. So I have pretty much kicked that person to the wayside and blocked him because he is so violently aggressive and so, if you don't agree with every damn word that he says, he is livid, and he's either high or drunk, most often both, at the time that all of this crap happens. So I finally just removed him. I blocked him on phones, Facebook, you name it, he's been blocked on it. So now Steve did invite me to come up, but I don't want Steve to get the wrong idea that there's going to be any sexual stuff, so I just don't go. Because I'm in a relationship with Jay, and that's all that's to it. I'm not going to go up and sleep with an ex-husband. I would love to hang out with him. I truly would love to hang out with him. Do some of the old things, like we could bake our cookies or bake our sweets or make whatever. We used to always enjoy doing that together in the kitchen. We could go eat at our favorite restaurant. We could go for a ride. I want to go to the lake that I grew up on. I'd like to go and see my grandpa's headstone. My stepdad's headstone. Things like that. But as far as going up there, just picking a flight and going, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all got your bellies full and have a lot of leftovers. Make all kinds of fun little concoctions through the weekend. Stay safe. Be merry. And next is Christmas. Start this Christmas stuff now. I am off to go watch some movies from Christmas. We'll talk to you later.